Put the ticker on and put that on. Gotta love this shit, man. You gotta love it. Thought I'd come on, take just a small amount of time, maybe an hour, do some carb pulls, have some fun. You know, I missed y'all. I be missing. You know what I'm saying? You don't think I do, but I do. Three heads in the building. Yeah, I'm talking to you. What's going on? Welcome. Don't forget to cuddling my bottom bitch, okay? She likes that. We shouldn't have to have this conversation every time. Prophetess Vance. Colleen Bobo, what's happening? How you doing? How y'all? Sidar, how you doing? Hello. Namaste, Sidar. How you doing? Happy Wednesday, Mercury Day. Tango November. What's happening with you, Tango? Talk to me. I talk back. What is that, a fly or some shit? Yeah. So come on in. Come on in. I don't know how long I'm going to be here, but I can tell you right now, I definitely ain't going to be that long. We're still in the middle of working this grand Your Roads Open ritual. It's an 8-day working. And, you know, a lot of stuff's been actually coming up too. I can feel some of the blockages. And I have to take responsibility and say some of these may be even some of my own blockages. Or when we say blockages, we could think of this as in terms of energy processes that are not serving us, you know. I got a question. You said the other day when we would need this info from entities real soon. Why is that? Althea, hissing. What's going on, Althea? Okay, Tango, you said, I got a question. You said the other day we would need this info from the entities real soon. I'm trying to remember the exact moment that I said it because that would imply also the exact context. But if you're talking about the road open ritual, because context is important to me anyways, as far as like I need to know exactly why I said that, you know. But if I'm hearing you correctly or reading you correctly, then I would say that just the state of this world, you know what I'm saying, like in the way things are going to be moving, the future is not set, okay? But too many of us, aside from, you know, too many of us through our misunderstanding of how shit is structured. And I'm talking about reality itself and how this whole energy thing and attention works. It's easy to get swept up. There's a reason why certain narratives are constantly being just shoved in your fucking face. And there are those who benefit greatly from your emotional reaction. That's why it's so important, you know, to be able to control, to monitor, to understand your triggers, because your triggers can act like big ass stab wounds in which you hemorrhage energy. You see, I was indoctrinated for so long, I'm just coming out. Okay, yeah. Well, you got a long way to go then if you're just coming out, believe me, because you could probably make a lot of strides. Some strides will be made faster than others, but be patient with yourself. This is all a process. Be patient with yourself, you know. Yes, thank you, Prophet Vance. And as you see here, what we're actually bringing to the table here, and it's important. I'm gonna explain why the dates to sign up are important, to take advantage of this Lionsgate 8-8 energy. Those who are in the Your Roads Open ritual, they already know the importance of that. We are rocking right now. We're like halfway through the ritual. I'll share a little something that happened to me last night from this ritual. But what we have is the tandem manifestation spell. So if you've ever wanted to work with me one-on-one, one-on-one, to the point where we're actually going to live via a very private stream, we're going to be casting a spell together for you, whatever it is that you want. Granted, you are specific in what it is that you want. You're clear on your what and your why. And to help clarify with all of that, once you sign up, I will be doing a 30-minute discovery and preparation call. Okay, because sometimes we like to cast for things and we don't understand that sometimes we don't actually even want that, you know. So to have an outside perspective, which can possibly diagnose something that's blocking you or stopping you, is invaluable in and of itself. But then what I'm going to do is I'm going to end up designing our spell that we will cast together. That's why it's called a tandem manifestation spell, because like when you jump out of a plane for the first time, you go parachuting, you do a tandem jump, meaning somebody's hooked to your back to make sure that everything goes correct. You know what I'm saying? So I can actually think I can. So link is right here. You see that? You can read it across. In a moment, we're going to be doing just card pulls. I just want to do some card pulls. I want to be able to like fellowship with you. All right. Hallelujah. And we're going to, you know, hey, PG, Miss Garcia, what's happening? Yeah. But just be clear. The time to sign up is now through Sunday. Okay. Now, what's going to happen is once you sign up, within about 48 to 78 hours, I'm going to contact you via email to set up the call, which will be sometime next week. I'm not doing no other work right now except for this week as far as but the road open ritual. That's where my everything's going right now. Flames burning right here, right now. You know, I made a spirit lamp just for this too. So, but the point is, even when you join in something like this, that in and of itself is a ritualistic act. It is part of the ritual itself. And like I said, it is very important to take advantage of this Lionsgate energy. So even you joining between now and Sunday is a part of the ritual. Then we set up the discovery preparation call where we're going to talk precisely about what it is that you want. What is this ritual, this spell going to manifest? What is it precisely that you want? I can also maybe diagnose some things. Yeah. And then from there, we're going to plan when we actually do the ritual live. You know what I'm saying? Together on a very private stream. It'll also be recorded, and you will have that too. So, and what I'm going to end up doing for each, like I'm only doing 4 of these, and one's already gone. Okay. Somebody already, they step the fuck up real quick. You know, I got that Sadgy shit going on to where it's like, my shit sells. I do well. You know what I'm saying? So like, somebody already was like, hey, you know, they in that shit. They understand that. They understand what it means for them. So they on it, you know. I'm gonna also consecrate a talisman during the ritual and then send it off too. So, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. I don't know why you typed 1122, but this number keeps coming to me more in depth. 122 is my birthday, and my mom passed on 1112. Wow. Okay. Hey. Yeah. Okay. So I had to say that, and like I said, this is only all for a limited time. To be honest, I've never offered a spell in this way. I've never worked with clients in this capacity. This could be a whole new thing. Nobody else is doing no shit like this, you know. So we're always at the front, never in the back, you know. So that's just how we roll, you know. I often then see others like wanting to Xerox the stilo, you know. That's okay. That's okay. Everybody inspires everybody else. That's fine. Okay. But yeah, I don't know. I may not like this shit. You know, I may not like it. That's why I only have 4 slots. Excuse me, 3. Earlier today, about 6:30, Somebody else, somebody join in. So I may not really, this may not be the thing, but you never know until you try it. My aunt used to always tell me, you never know until you try it. You know, so she would always take me to try new and different things, eat new and different shit. And every time I'd be like, she was like, have you tried this before? Okay, why don't you try it first? And if you like it, then you like it. But if not, then you can do all that, you know, all that shit if you want to. The road opening, good question. Tango November. The road opening is a ritual to open up, the way I see it, a whole circuitry of paths, because it's not just one road. One road leads to another. It's just like when you're driving somewhere, you're not always just on one road. So your particular path through this matrix, as well as spiritually, because they both coincide together, okay? It's about opening your roads. If you want to even get more occulteric with it, we're talking also about synapses and connections within your mind, which open you up to other resources and things that were already there, you just had no access to. That's why we say your road's already open. It's just, let's get you on the right road. You know what I'm saying? So that's what that's about. So everybody in the road open rituals also bringing with them three. I said specific. Yes, it can be something actually specific, but it can also be specifically general as well. You know, an area of your life that you want to open up. If it seems you've butted your head against the wall over and over and over, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I can't get a breakthrough. That's why you want a road opening. Hey, Phoenix Fire. That's exactly what the grown-ups would tell us. Exactly. And you know what? That was like one of my favorite aunties. She would always, I always had a little adventure with her. You know what I'm saying? So I've remembered now to take that with me in my life. And whenever you step into the unknown, no matter what it is you're doing, right? Let's say you're a painter, right? You paint pictures, right? You want to start selling your paintings, right? Well, there's a lot of different ways that you can do that. You can go to like a flea market or swap meet and set up a shop, or buy a table and sit there all day, maybe even paint people on the fly that come by. But then you might find after a while, you know what? I don't like this shit. I'd rather paint my pieces first and make prints of them and sell them online. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of different ways to do the one thing. So I'm the one to be, I'll stick my neck out and I'll be my own guinea pig. I'm just that fucking way. I'm a doer. You understand? I'll go first. If I don't make it, tell my mom I love her. All right. So that's pretty much my attitude. Zero fucks given. Okay. Because I have none. I ran out years ago. Okay. So I will try something. You never know. Let's see how it goes. Maybe it's great. You know, maybe there's certain things I like about it, certain things I don't. You don't know until you're in the field, until you're in the shit. And until you're in the shit, you just won't know. You can sit back and postulate from the chair, from the sideline all fucking day. Well, yeah, I think. But until you actually do it and live it, you will never know. I just refreshed my PayPal. Anyways, yeah, you'll never know. So we did phenomenal with the road open, and the road opening is going good. I can see at different times, I can feel the blockages coming up. But you know what? That's a great thing. That's a great thing. And I look at each one of the members of the road open ritual as a reflection of myself. So not only am I, when I'm doing something for them, I am doing something for myself. If you look at it in an occult way, you know what I'm saying, in an esoteric way, but I can see that coming through. And I have a message also for somebody, maybe somebody's. You're in a situation, you're ending a cycle. that you've been in for a long time in your life, especially as it pertains to a particular area. Like 1 foot is already out. Like you're out of it. And things are conspiring for you right now. It just may not seem so right now. There may be some delays or what appears to be a delay. There may be what may appear to be a denial, but it's actually just a detour. You understand? But the bottom line I want to drive home with you is everything is conspiring with you. Now, here's the fucking kicker here. Okay? You'll get totally out of this situation or graduate, I like to say. Right now is the time where it's like, can you imagine what your life is going to be like once this cycle is completely over, right? And all the things that you can feel and do and all this other things. Okay, the question is, can you feel those things now? Can you relax into your patience now without it being contingent on something outside of you happening? There's a level of mastery, of self-mastery that you are actually learning right now. Some of you are failing miserable. It's okay. And some of you are making great strides. Okay. There's like this thing going on right now. I know I'm not the only one because it's happening with me too. I tell you what, man, my patience muscles, they're like fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger in his heyday. Okay. My fucking patience muscles are swole as fuck. Okay. Vascular. I've earned my patience muscles. All right. Some of you are earning your fucking patience muscles. All right. You're earning them. And some things in this life, there is just no way around the earning part. You earn it for yourself, to yourself. You understand? Phoenix Fire, I ain't gonna lie to you. You said I've been emotional. Barekti, see, I told you, I knew it, yo. I felt y'all. I felt y'all. I'm reading these comments right now. Barekti, yes, I'm losing it right now. Phyllis, you're preaching now. Phoenix, I've been emotional. Sidhar, a couple of months from now, can you offer the same thing working one-on-one with clients? Yes, I can. I mean, I'm doing it quietly, kind of like, I don't want to say under the table. I have been working with, doing custom actual ritual work for clients. I just haven't been pumping it. You can email me, Sidhar, at ask ShanGO right now at gmail.com, and we could see what's going on with you and what it is that you're looking for. Solar plexus is on high alert. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. See, I felt y'all. I felt y'all. And I'm going to be perfectly fucking honest with you. I'm going to be transparent as fuck with you right now. Okay. I went for a walk today. I was so thankful that I had my shades. I just started letting it out. I don't even know what I was letting out, but it was coming out. You know what I'm saying? So there's the me that's feeling it and going through it. Whatever it is, something was coming out. I just started fucking bawling. And I'm walking on a crowded street, so I'm like trying to keep my composure, but like I have my shades on, and then I found this little cubby hole, and I just ducked in there, and you ever, you know how you run, and then you're like, you rest your hands on your knees, you're like, and you kind of just get yourself together real quick, I have one of these moments. It's like a fucking volcano. It was like a volcano. So I understand, I'm feeling y'all. I'm telling you. And I know that some of this is correlated. Yes, some of this is me, but some of this is also the work. Because when you do this type of work, you act like a vessel. That's what people don't understand. When you're really doing this shit, you act like a vessel. So things are being lifted from some of you. Things are being this just transformation. And even in the transformation of things that you don't like or that you'd rather not experience, sometimes there even still is an attachment or a sadness or a mourning. Sometimes we miss our fucking suffering, or I don't know, it could be a whole host of things, man. This was part sadness. This was part also gratitude. Like, have you ever been so touched that you fucking your eyes start fucking bubbling up and shit? Yeah, so yeah, I am. Yeah, you just knew this, PG. I am an empath. I just don't hype it. Like some people want to see, like that's a badge of honor. That's like saying I'm a human being. Of course, you're a human being too. I believe we are all capable of various degrees of of empathy, right? So in that note, we are all empathic. It's just to what degree are you empathic? You know, so I've been emotional yet having anger and gratitude all in one. Like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Because you're graduating, Phoenix. You're graduating some shit right now. A lot of us are, I'm telling you, there's these cycles. And when I say cycles, these cycles could be 10 years. I mean, years long are finally coming to an end. And when they end, like I said, all kinds of mixed emotion, all kinds of things. Plus, when you are healing, and sometimes you may be having a catharsis moment where spontaneous release of emotions, which can come out like that. Like I said, I'm walking down the street and it just fucking hit me. I couldn't stop it. You know what I'm saying? Like it just hit me. Yeah, mine was 15 years exactly. So I've been emotional yet haven't. Okay. Sorry for typing your name wrong. Yeah, so this is one of them things, man. It's just one of them things. A lot of shit's going on. But my point is, I see you, Althea. I'm gonna get to you in just a moment. Yeah, it's my bottom line that I want to tell you though, don't don't get it fucked up. Shit is moving for you. Shit is moving for you, okay? Let me ask you this. Have you ever like wanted something really bad, right? And then maybe sometime later, a little bit later, you finally get it, right? And when you get it, you're like, you know what? I thank God I didn't get it when I was over here pining for it. Because then X, Y, and Z would have happened and shit. But I got it at just the right time. That's what's going on. So things are being moved around. Things are being orchestrated. You know what I'm saying? Orchestrated for your ass. Okay? You just can't see the orchestration, man. And that's the way it is. You know? There's something crazy when we met long ago. It's like our souls recognize each other. It's scary. I've had that happen too. Yeah, Tisha Bunch. See, now y'all chiming in now because I'm pressing on that button. You know what I'm saying? I'm pressing on your button now. You know what I'm saying? Because I told you I've been feeling y'all. And I know I have this like voice, this knowing that tells me, yes, this is you, but don't believe me, this is also your tribe because you and your tribe actually are just mirroring each other. So you can look at it that way. But then, yes, you're doing work. So you're picking up on the other shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's this whole soup for me. You know what I'm saying? but hey, yeah, it's yeah, that knowing it cannot lie. It can't lie. When it's like your ego or something that maybe like, sometimes I'm sure you've tried to like make an answer that you want to hear. And then something always ends up fucking up with that. You know what I'm saying? Versus that knowing that you feel that shit right up in here. Like there's no mistaking it. There is none. There's no room for error. There's no mistaking it whatsoever at all. Period. Yes, clairsentient. And some of y'all, especially in the road open ritual, your abilities, your faculties, they're starting to open up like roses. You know what I'm saying? Even now. So don't be surprised. You may start seeing, you may even come across some abilities that you weren't even remotely aware of that were lying dormant inside of you, waiting to be activated, I guess you could say, for a lack of a better word. Feeling it one way or another. Yeah, that's a crucial part. Prophetess Vance. She says, we feeling it one way or another. We just got to pay attention. Yeah, I know that I spelled PG. I know what you meant though. KD, for me, when I don't listen to my intuition and it still happens, oh my God, I get so mad with myself. Yeah, don't get mad. Like, I mean, I understand that because I do too. I've done that shit too. I mean, I've actually literally kicked myself in the ass. Have you ever like raised your so your heel kicks you square in the ass cheek? Like, that's what you get, motherfucker. Like, why didn't you listen? I knew better. I knew it. Oh, I knew it. That's the worst thing you can say. Oh, I knew it. All right, so I got my point across, and we're already a half hour in. So I think what I'm gonna do is we are gonna do card pulls. Oh, James, how you doing, James? Yeah, I've learned this in the past month. Yeah, it's if I could just share with you what's really been driven home to me, and I would say yes, I have known a version of this, but this is like the 3.0 version because there's always layers and there's always degrees to things. That's why I always look at life as a spiral. You always come back around to the same shit, but from a different level. You know what I'm saying? And with me, ever since I started the Sorcerer's Corner, which is why I started it also, it's about the whole piercing the veil. To me, piercing the veil is looking from your spiritual eyes, as opposed to not being a slave to your five senses, because that was always something that tripped me up, no matter how much I tried. And then it really just dawned on me that until I master myself, at least get some degree of mastery, I don't know if you ever fully, totally master yourself while you're in this human form. Maybe you can. I don't know. We'll find out. But there's always degrees. There's always more to learn about yourself, and not being a slave to these five senses, really, truly driving that point home that, listen, what you see when you close your eyes, when you see the end before it's even begun, here is the real shit. But we have been so programmed and so conditioned to think that, oh, that's just your imagination. This is the real world. No, it's not. It is not, Yeah. All right. But there's degrees of that learning. And each one of us is going to learn that shit in a different way. But, oh, you're going to learn it. You're going to learn it. And Reverend Ike has been helping me. He's been coming through. Metcalfu has actually been, because that's what Metcalfu really gets off on. He don't really get off on people asking for certain just physical things. He wants to be able to help you to really unlock and bring out of that, reach into that dark and bring out that light. That's really what he likes to do. He may be a little rambunctious with it, but that's what he likes to do. A lot of them spirits, especially the primordial ones and the darker ones, that's what they really get off on. They want someone who's like, hey, you can try and manifest some money or a car or a lover But what about having the faculties and the power that you would be able to use to get all this shit anyway? Why not just go for the power? You know what I'm saying? So it just levels to this shit. Okay, so we're gonna start off with yeah, the real world is a fucking illusion. Don't take my word for it either. There's plenty of scientists. Everybody said our experience of it is probably the realest thing about this shit. That's to be real. Your experience of it, because it feels real. What kind of an illusion would it be if it didn't feel real? You know? Even when you're dreaming or when you're astral traveling, when you think of it from this mind, you're like, how in the fuck did I not know that shit was not real? But how do we know that's not the real shit and this is the fucking dream, quote unquote? Yeah, well, so we have somebody here first, Althea. She has a question, I believe. Let's see what we got here. Oh, she didn't put her Althea, you didn't put your question in here in the notes section. When you if you want a personal question answered and you go through PayPal, be sure to put in the notes your question. That makes it easier to find. So I'm gonna wait just a moment for Althea to see if she's there. I don't know what her question is. And then I'm gonna go with James, and then I'll do freeloaders go second. You know what I'm saying? It's the best way I could put it, you know. We'll talk about dreams. Yeah, this is a fucking dream. This will all be a dream one day. Man, I remember I was on that. I remember having to wear this mask in my dream. Oh shit. Yeah. Oh, you did, prophetess. You ain't got to send no damn payment. You the prophetess. You in there? I was gonna tell you, like within the next few days, I want to at least do it to whereas I can give a couple days in advance word up to everybody in the Sorcerer's Corner, because I'm gonna just be doing free readings for everybody in the Sorcerer's Corner. You know what I'm saying? So like, I do appreciate you doing that, but like you didn't have to. You know, I should have said that before. I should have actually sent out an email, but I didn't know when. It'll probably be after Sunday sometime, but I do want to also make sure it's at a time where the most people, but I don't know everybody's schedule. You know what I'm saying? So that's a part of the perks of being a Sorcerer's Corner member, you know, because ShanGO all about its bam bam. You know what I'm saying? So I'll Althea, you there? You still there? Whoops. Althea, you still there? I'm trying to find out your question. Either that, I'm gonna have to go to James and then double back on you. A general read. Okay, I see what James wants. Yeah, I don't see her. I don't know. Maybe she had to use the bathroom or something. All right, so we're gonna go with James. James, venture thus word. James, why don't you hallelujah? Glory to God. All right, James. Now, go ahead and woo-saw out your motherfucking hoo-ha into the cards. Okay, take a nice deep breath in and just let that shit out. Along with it, any stress, any anxiety, any bullshit. All right. What you're doing is making space. Yeah, call it Althea. Where are you? Althea Hint. Althea Hints. I'm saying her full name because her full name's on here too. Yeah, Jimmy Popoff. Say it with me, PG. Jimmy Popoff. Jimmy Popoff. Okay. We don't know. We don't do Peter here. Okay. We don't do Peter. All right. So James. General for James. What needs to come through for James here? Sometime in fucking super empathic mode. I mean, especially today, man. Today has been interesting. Oh, now we got Nell. Why, thank you, Neil. Jimmy Popoff, the Reverend Jimmy Popoff. Hallelujah. Right, so, James. What needs to come for James? There you are. Oh, you did? You added it. Where you added to? Okay. I'm going to have to ask you to just add it here in the comments because I don't see it here. Let me go back. James, I'll be right with you. I had to put James in front. I don't know what happened to you, Miss Henson. Let me see. Just 1 second, 1 second. Hold on real quick here. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. So I don't know if you can just remind me. I'm about to do James's general read right now. OG James. Okay. All right, James. General for James. For General James. That is your name, General James. You know what I'm saying? General James. It's recently ended a toxic relationship. One on what spirit would like me to focus on. Okay. I'm all right. Yeah. No wonder you were seeing synchronicities. Yeah. Okay. Add them in there too. Add them in there too. All right. Let's see. Just a moment. Can I get some clarification on this one? That one? Actually, yeah, these right here too. Okay, General James, there's something coming up. I don't know what it is with you, brother. I don't know what it is with your brother. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I had to kill this fucking bug. Keeps flying around my head. All right. So, first off, I think you've gotten something like this before. A 5 of spades, James. And I told you before, like, I feel this is some type of conflict, like real conflict. Okay. Now, I asked for clarification as to what, but I also feel this conflict is still showing me something, whatever outside conflict you seem to be, either it's happening now or it's going to. Okay. It has to do also with you. I feel like there's an inner conflict with you, as in what it is that you really want. Or maybe you're torn between two things right now. Okay. Thank you. Something, it's also like I keep hearing something about like maybe even wanting to change a whole direction, but then there's like, but I have to make money type of thing. I don't know if that's the whole, exactly the whole split, but I think it's indicative of what else is, I feel like there's a James divided right now. Okay. That's what I really feel like. But on the outside world, I feel like is an individual or more maybe. It's just one individual. Just one individual. Just one individual. Wow. Yeah. I don't know if you even got a fire sign around you, but I'm just like, look, these are what it may even be more. I don't know if it does. It seem to James. I feel like you're kind of also going through this period of life where like there's like a lot of miscommunications. You might be bumping heads with people to the point where you're like, Jesus, what the fuck is going on? I seem to be rubbing people the wrong way, or like I'm getting into it with this person, I'm kind of getting into it with that person. There's a power struggle going on here also. This may also be work related, or it could also be See, here's the power struggle right here. This shit. Oh, this actually is not a bad thing too much. Too much, right? This is where I keep saying, like, could be also work business related, but I do feel like it's a man, okay? This dude's probably older than you, who you have the main beef with. But I feel just this discontent. I just feel like there's a bunch of little fires. But this would be one of the main fires as far as your business is concerned. For some reason, I feel like your business, something about your business or your competitors really take shit serious, man. Where it's on some like psychopath, sociopath shit almost. You know, there's a lot of psychopaths in business, right? They just channel their psychopathy into business and not killing people. But it's the same psychopathy which would allow somebody just to fucking be a serial killer. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, Miss Digging and Smack, what's up? Yeah. I think there's still a level, James. Okay, there's still a level here of. I'm trying to think of the best way, the most accurate way I can say this. Like, I know what I want to say, but the words are not coming out just yet. Okay. Thank you. To me, this, if I can sum this up in 2 words for you, James, there is still a level, there's levels, but there's still this level of self-acceptance that you have not. Like there's still something which is also this is also being shown in this division of James, right? This James divided. A James divided can't stand, brother. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like there is this, it hasn't happened yet. There's this like, I see like 2 Jameses and they finally like merge, you know what I'm saying? Like, but it hasn't happened yet. So it's like, there's still a part of you that is like, you still doesn't, I don't know how to, you haven't accepted yourself totally full in certain ways. And these ways like are really important. I guess for right now, for whatever season is going on, this is like one of the lessons, one of the grand lessons going on right now is to teach you how to fully accept yourself. Flaws and all, good, bad, ugly, beautiful, great, whatever, not great. Um, and I think some of this too I'm being shown also is based off of judgment of others. You looking through others' eyes at you, especially as you were like younger. Some of this is also a period of cleaning the crap out, cleaning the crap out. You know what I'm saying? Um, Thank you. I feel too. Am I right in saying that? Am I right in saying that before I open my mouth and say this shit? Am I right in saying that? Am I right in saying that? Mm-hmm. Okay. I feel too. Some of this, even when I say about accepting yourself, because you know we all judge ourselves like a motherfucker, right? And a lot of these judgments were given to us. Okay, they're not yours to begin with. But I feel like there is some form of dad issues too that need to be dealt with. All right. I know it may sound funny, but it actually isn't. Like it needs to be dealt with. It needs your attention. All right. There's something in there. There's something within you. And I don't know if you've been trying to fill that hole in here with like accomplishment and like, hey, everybody, look, I'm successful, you know, and shit like that. It's great that you're successful or that you're becoming even more successful, but it's not filling that hole. You know what I'm saying? Uh yeah, it did get real, James. It did. It did. It really, really did. And furthermore, I don't know if you have a, what is this? Is this what I had something something within his business company, somebody he contracted. Is this what I'm hearing and seeing right now? Is this what I'm hearing or seeing right now? Is this right? Hold on, James. I just want to get confirmation on something real quick, just because. Shit. Am I right? All right. Pretty much. So I don't know what you were doing, or if you're doing something now where like either you have an employee or somebody that you contracted to do something for you. All right. This may even, maybe this is also future paced, right? I might be peeking in your future in just a second, just a week or two or three down the road. I don't know, wherever it is. But I feel like somebody that you're dealing with is, in this case, the Jack of Diamonds is coming through is dishonest, and I feel like it's a woman. I feel like it's a woman. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, your ancestors are all over the fucking place, dude. So yeah, they're the ones actually calling for this as well. You know, sometimes I notice the healing can come from shit down your ancestral line up through the present day, and then sometimes the healing goes from present day back, if you will. I use that term loosely. All right. Yeah. So you're gonna want to definitely look out for that, James. Okay. But the main thing here, the main takeaway, and not even on any conflicts, not even any of that. It's you, bro. Okay, it's you, and it's time to have that fucking one-on-one with you, like in a real way. Okay, you may want to go buy two boxes of Kleenex or tissues. Shit, you know what I'm saying. All right, now let me get. Thank you, James. By the way, I appreciate you, brother. Always. All right. You got this. That's also something I want to tell you. You got this. All right. So let me hurry up before this starts making me do the robot on here. Okay. I just recently, Althea. So if you're there, Althea Henson at about 47 minutes. I'm doing you now. I just recently ended a very toxic connection. Seeing a lot of synchronicities, wondering what spirit would like me to focus on in the future. Okay. All right. So if you are watching this now, Althea, you can step to the front. Okay, come to the Shangorian altar, the front. All right. Go ahead and take a nice deep breath in. Hold it for just a second. And when you feel like you want to breathe out, don't. Now, finally, go ahead and woosah out your motherfucking hoo-ha. Let all that stress out, creating that space, whatever needs to come through. All right. Althea, I think you're here, right? Yeah. Okay. I told you I'm in super empath mode right now. Not really digging it. Okay. All right, Althea. So what does she need to focus on right now? What does Althea need to focus on? What does she need to focus on? That what needs to come through for her. All things. It's like this fucking heart center of mine. It's just, oh, you know. I'm like, shh. All right. This heart chakra, anahata chakra. All right, come on. For Althea Henson. For Althea Henson, what does she need to focus on? What does she need to focus on? And for some reason, they told me to do a 9 spread for you. Uh-huh. Okay. You said into the toxic relationship, huh? Who's the air sign? Well, I don't even think you're here right now. You must be at you must be at you must be at work or some shit. Maybe I'm on the headphones right now, but you can't respond. I don't know. All right. Just a moment. I'm just looking around here. I'm just looking around. Thank you. Thank you. All right. I will say there's some similarities here to our brother James as far as just a theme I see. Okay. And maybe all this is happening for a reason, like we're all here together for some reason, not an accident type shit. I'm gonna start here with this middle card. All right. 10 diamonds. 10 of diamonds. This is going two different ways, of course, always. There's always the story and there's a story underneath the story. Just like in a movie. It's like the surface level story is like usually an analogy for something else. A lot of times anyways. And it's the same shit with our lives. It's the same thing. The movie of your life. A lot of the shit and the characters in the movie of your life are an analogy or a metaphor for something else inside of you, right? So on one hand, I'm seeing this need to express greater greater security and just an overall greater expression financially speaking, like going to another level financially speaking. Okay. It's coming through to me as, even though this is not really a card like that means secure, this is actually the millionaire's card. This is a card of prosperity and abundance. Okay. So therefore, to me, it's talking also about not always just being in thriving mode or feeling like you're not, excuse me, survival mode. Not just feeling like you're always in survival mode or just whatever, but like crossing that threshold, stretching your limitations of what you feel are possible for you. But to me, the most important thing is also the 10 of diamonds, 10 being a very powerful number. It's like a new beginning, but a new level of a new beginning. Okay, so it's like taking your concept of yourself and like upgrading the fuck out of it. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like having this whole other appreciation for yourself that you've never had before. And I don't mean this from a narcissistic place. I mean this from like a real healthy place, some of these things you may have never gotten from somebody else before. You're going to have to give them to yourself first and foremost. They will come from somebody else eventually, but they have to come from you first. Spirit is also showing you that like you can't walk through this life being contingent upon somebody else validating you or some other circumstance validating you. There comes a point in a time where you got to drop the training wheels, and be able to find that, discover that, experience that for yourself, within yourself, first and foremost. And then it shall be added unto you from the outside, i.e., that relationship that you really want. He's an Aries. I see him here. It's not the Aries card, but I see him represented here. Yeah. Another thing Spirit just told me, this like just came up, and I don't know, you probably make more sense to you. But I see this here, right? Ex-husband and best friend, Aquarius. This is also the card of the Aquarius. Yeah. So you see what I'm talking about? But what this means to me though, I'm gonna tell you the first thing I heard when I seen this card is boundaries, and to be able to really express yourself, really communicate yourself. I don't mean having to be loud and fucking, volatile and shit like that. I'm talking about doing it in an effective way, but having your boundaries. You can't just go see the king. Like, I feel like you need to also, this just to me represents the masculine side of your communication, what you're projecting. You know what I'm saying? As far as like, but what I heard was boundaries, like really setting these boundaries, holding these boundaries for yourself. Okay. Without the boundaries, all kinds of shit can happen and may have. So, let's see here. What else we got? I can see that this was like the bottom three cards here. To me, this was the X. And I don't just mean this because he's your ex. Okay. I found that, hold on a second. Now, what I can see though, there was a lot of, to me, I'm experiencing what I'm feeling. There was a lot of fighting. There was a lot of fighting. May have even gotten physical. Very volatile is what it felt like. Okay. You just got a promotion, new career. This is something too. I feel like you were also wanting some form of security from this guy. But for some reason, it just seemed he was not able to, or you just weren't able to arrive at that place with this. As far as like, I don't know what it was. There was something missing here with this guy, though. All right. And congrats on the promotion, too. All right. I'm sure your ex-husband or whoever it was, your best friend, the Aquarius, um, I'm sure he's also mentioned to you, too, before about sometimes how you can get kind of pessimistic. Yeah. This right here is a big part of the problem, but it's been under your nose so long and you're so used to doing this or being in this particular chamber, this particular way, that you don't see it anymore. This is like beyond second nature. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, so this is negative Nancy thinking, and this, when it's turned upright, is thinking like God. You are to be a God to your circumstances. Your circumstances are not to be a God to you. If they are, that's fucking ass backwards. And let's face it, most of us, if we're not in that place, then we came out of a place where, I mean, because that's the human condition, right? You're supposed to, how can you not feel a certain way? You got XYZ going on, like you said, barely making it. And we pay so much attention to the barely making it that's what our projectors keep projecting. It just keeps going on and on. And so we see more of it, and so we project more of it. And so we see more of it, and we project more of it. I've been drawn to it for a while, but now I find solace in my own person. There you go. I would suggest with your tarot that you also start journaling. Maybe pick a card of the day for you. Just write down what your card was. You can write down your initial feelings, and then at the end of the day, you write down maybe anything that comes to mind that stuck out to you, because that's how you start making these connections with cards, events, people. It starts to take on a life of its own and in your way. Okay. I didn't ask what you were. I was, as far as like, I'm seeing this here too. All right. This is divine feminine right next to the king. So I talked about being able to project your truth, not worried about, hey, so and so is going to feel this way. So and so, you're not trying to be an asshole, but you're just saying it like it is. And do realize when you say it like it is, people are going to they're going to feel a certain way about it. No matter what you do, people are going to feel a certain way about it. You know what I'm saying? So, your best bet is to just shoot from the hip. Always just shoot from the hip. Okay. And, but there's also this, I feel this tarot and journaling and all that shit like that. Those exercise your spiritual ears. Okay. This is about really being able to listen, really being able to listen. All right. And also listen to, because I feel like you have a lot of downloads that are going to be coming as well. She to me is like the queen of intuition. All right. So all in all, I would have to say that you're headed, unbeknownst to you, you are actually headed in the right direction. See, this is what I'm talking about, and like you get these confirmations and shit like that. But I do want to point out, though, part of it is you have this sneaky little intruder inside of here living rent free, negative Nancy. Okay. And understand that negative Nancy we don't want to demonize negative Nancy. She's actually just trying to protect you. She's always looking out for what could go wrong. And she's hardly ever disappointed. There's always something that seems to go wrong, But what she doesn't understand, negative Nancy, is negative Nancy also causes things to go wrong. Because what you look for, you're going to find. So we have to start actively snapping out of that trance and shifting our attention onto, it's not the easiest thing, because believe me, your body's going to resist. Your body's going to want to panic and freak the fuck out. You have to really calm the beast down. It's imperative. You have to do it. You know what I'm saying? But almost got physical. Yeah, he had no control over his anger. He is emotionally void. Yeah. 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 So, and also do know, the more you dive into this, the more you trust that divinity and you start going off of what your spiritual eyes see, the more gifts you're going to be receiving also. Like surprise, different things are just going to fall into place. You would never, ever guess how and when and where these things may come from, but they will come. Okay. But the only way you can really start accessing them is to start living like that. This is not a trick, a pony trick. You know what I'm saying? It's not just something you do. This is who you are. This is how you live. Okay, believe me. And I'm saying this from fucking experience. And coming from probably one of the most worry-wartsome persons that there was, it is not easy, but they're like muscles. You got to exercise them. You know what I'm saying? When you're dealing with your divinity, you can just spread your arms and like fall back and it will catch you. But most people won't fall back. They're like, nah, I don't think so, man. You're going to let me hit the floor. Sagittarius. Yeah. Yes, PG, reprogramming the minds. All right. So that's what I have for you. Nell Solar. Actually, we have our resident. She's first. She came actually in before. They kicked me out. She came in before Nell did, and that's Prophetess Vance. Let me back in. All right, let's see here. I bet you, I haven't even seen what the note says. I bet you it says general, please. Watch. I don't even know. Watch. Oh, it does make Kafu have for me. Okay, good. Well, that's kind of general. All right. I sent the payment to PayPal for a reading. Just okay, I gotta refresh it and go back in because it had kicked me out. You're a Sagittarius, huh? Okay. Althea Henson. You're in good company. You know what I'm saying? You're in very good company. So what does Metcalf have? Okay, so TV, Prophetess Vax. Make your way to the front here. Okay, go ahead and take a nice deep breath in. Yeah. Hold it for a second. And now release. All right. Wusa out your prophetess fucking hoo-ha. Okay? Boom. So Mekafu, Mekafu, Mekafu. What do you have for prophetess Vance Mekafu? What do you have for prophetess Vance Mekafu? What do you have for yeah, Althea, that's them. Gentles galore. All right. All right. Okay, come on. Oh. All right, what you got? I'm gonna do you I'm gonna do you 4. Okay. Just a moment, just a moment, just a moment, just a moment. Wow. You got 9-9 on top here. Okay. All right. Just a second. A lot of shit on here. Actually, it's actually all pretty damn positive, to be honest with you. Pretty much. Okay. Okay, so number one of the things here, this is like right in the middle. And you know, Papa Legba's number's 3, but Metcalf Food's number's 4. You know what I'm saying? And he's a lunar, okay? He's also represented by the moon. But yet he's fire. And the moon represents water. Just a total paradox, okay? But I see this here. And the thing that really popped up to me about this with you that he was telling me is, and I think that some of this actually hit me maybe a little earlier too. So one of the things I picked up on was the whole impatience thing, like, hurry the fuck up, it happened already. You know? Because to me, this feels really, really fucking restless. I feel right now that you've been struggling with in some ways. You hide it well. You're pretty composed. You can be pretty composed, but inside there's like this restlessness. And to me, I look at restlessness and waiting as kind of one and the same. Okay. This is the first thing. Also, there are some bold choices to be made here. Now, as you know, Mekafu is a fucking fire Petwo Loa. Okay. He's not nice and soft and cuddly. All right. So sometimes he may be abrupt with shit. All right. And he said that he is also calling you to be abrupt. When I say abrupt, I mean bold. He's telling me that there's some steps or there's some choices to be made by you, which even you are kind of scared of. Like when you look at yourself, even thinking about doing something like that, you're like, girl, are you sure? You know what I'm saying? And it's like, look, there's a time for all that, you know, more cautious shit, but there's also a time to be bold. There's also a time to wrap yourself in audacity, the cloak of audacity, right? And walk with it, move with it, okay? Because he's also relating it to me that and I'm just going to give you some examples, okay? I'm not saying that this is what he's telling you to do, but these are the examples that are coming to mind, right? And this also may go for some of you other people out there too, if it relates to you. But uh, some of you are in jobs that you fucking hate. Some of you also may need to remove yourself out of there. And I know the first thing is, but what am I going to do if, well, depending on who you are, some of you may need to burn the boats, as they say. Have you heard of the story of burning the boats, right? How they sailed to an island and they finally come to the shore and the commander says, hey, go send a scout, go see what's on the other side of that island. So the scout goes over there and it's like, yo, man, there's a bunch of them. We're like outnumbered 5, 6, 7 to 1. And so the commander says, you know what? Burn these fucking boats, man. Either we going home and they shit or we just ain't going home. And we hear something like that, like, yeah. But when it actually comes time to actually burning your boats in your world, in your life, a lot of people are like, I just can't right now. This is not the time. Look, he's telling me it is the time. I mean, that's up to you with boats to burn, but just doing something like that requires boldness, requires audacity. And I'll even say courage because yes, you may still be feeling fear. Courage is not the absence of fear. It's just, okay, I do realize that I'm kind of feeling scared shitless, but I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to do it anyway. Because TV, Prophetess Vance, hallelujah, the Holy Spirit is speaking in my ear. It's just whispering to me, okay? The Holy Spirit's whispering to me, and it's saying, you too are at the end of a cycle. And in this cycle, I'd say this cycle was more filled with comfort, but now it's time to walk on water, as that Kanye West song says, okay? And that's going to require stepping out of comfort zones. That's mandatory. There's no way around it. You can't get to where you want to go being comfortable all the way. That's what he's telling me. And I got proof. 2 9s on top of your read. 2 9s. Yes. Thank the Lord. You are learning to look through the eyes of the Lord at your earthly situations. Okay. You're no longer just looking at it through as some mortal, but you're looking at it through divine eyes now. More and more. I do feel that you're doing that shit. Okay. Like I said, I feel like if you could look at your soul contract, you would see, well, from this date to this date, it would be kind of like this. Oh, but after this part, the shit starts getting very, very interesting. Yeah. So there is this stepping out of the comfort zone. It's it is mandatory. Okay. That's definitely something he's extremely driving home. Okay? Extremely. I don't know what it is for you exactly, like I said. For some people, now I will say this too. You do want to make sure though that you honor your current belief system. So what does that mean? That means you don't jump off that building until you kind of know that you can fly, okay? Because you will splat if you want to, but once again, in making these moves and in these decisions, these things are going to come up that is when you deal with them. So, for example, if you got some limiting beliefs that are coming up, you actually have a chance now because they're showing their ass, they popping up. Because sometimes they hide, but then they pop back up. So the moment you're about to do this shit, oh, you're gonna find out what your shit is. You know. Oh, here we go with the robot. Oh no. Take me to your leader. Oh, all right, hold on. You hear me though, TV? Yeah. And believe me, when you first, I'm all getting close to it. When you first start making these moves now, when you start burning your boats, you're gonna probably feel dizzy, literally dizzy. You're gonna be like, oh my God, I cannot believe I'm fucking doing this shit. You may have a little panic attack. I know you cancers, man. You cancers are more comforting, okay? But, and that's okay, but I'm telling you, your time is nigh. It's here, all right? It's not letting me get back. Hold on. This fucking thing. Okay, Nell Solar. Oh, good. I'll tap into that Sagittarius. There you go. There you go. Yeah, it's just that time, though. I just feel for what you want to do. You want the drastic change, but without the drastic actions. And I say actions, I just mean that I don't know how to explain it. It may seem risky, okay? But that's how you activate your faith. Your faith cannot just be based on pure logic and shit, all right? I know we're all conditioned, it's like to think in a certain way. And that chariot. Yes, that chariot shit. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And everybody who's ever done something worth a shit has to go through it. Now, the good thing is, the more you start exercising this muscle and living like this, it does kind of get more easier. You will find that you get to a point where you're actually more comfortable in the uncomfortable. But from this place right now, I know that seems like far away. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's the missing ingredient. But you watch, you start doing that, even with that first bold step, you're going to light a fire under your own ass, TV. You're going to do something. Watch. You're going to see a whole other side of you. You're going to see what kind of metal you really made out of, or what kind of crab, you know. Oh shit, I got more in here. I didn't see this. Okay. I think I had Nell Solar first, and then I have PG, and then I have Tisha Bunch. I'm having to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Exactly. Once again, it's that paradox. But that's honestly how you, if you're uncomfortable, it's like that's how you know you're doing something right, actually, even though it don't fucking feel like it. Because your body is like freaking out. Your body's like, I don't feel right. I don't feel normal. Yeah, that's the point. It's the point. Okay, so Nell Salar. Nell, is you there? I need some more of this shit. It's been a long day, yo. A general. Okay, thank you, Nell. Appreciate it. Okay, now go ahead and step forward to the Shangorian altar, would you? All right. I'm feeling a little uncomfortable now, but I know. Yeah, see, even just thinking about it, look at your TV. You already starting to shiver a little bit, huh? Will you get that shivering demon on out in the name of Jesus? All right, take your bold step. All right, it's time to step off that boat and walk on that water. Hallelujah. Glory be to God. All right. Okay. Let me see. Okay, Nell Salar, General. Nell, go ahead and kneel at the Shangorian altar with you. All right. And take a nice, deep, full breath in. Hold it at the top. Let it strain for just a second, like you want to let it out. Okay. Now go ahead and woo saw out your motherfucking hoo-ha. All right. Let all that stress out. As it's being replaced with relaxation and clarity, create a space for whatever needs to come through. Boom. Okay. Nell Salar. TV, thank you. You be sure to be checking your emails because I'm gonna be sending all Sorcerer's Quarter members. We're gonna do something here privately, all the members. So I'm actually trying to bring on other readers as well, so we can tag team you motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? So also, I might be contacting you, TV. I might need to see if your skills are up to it. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Yeah. I look home first. I look around home first. If there's somebody I can use from home, I'm gonna use home. I'm gonna highlight and support them first before I go outside of the circle. You know what I'm saying? So I'm playing that slow worship. There you go. Better play it. Pump it loud, like you cleaning. Like you cleaning. Nel Salah. Okay, General for Nel Salah. Gentle on Nel Salah. Gentle on Nel Salah. All right. Wow. Okay, I'm just doing a brief 8 card spread for you. All right. Well, I wanted to show you this because I thought this was rather interesting. This was the middle row, okay? It's funny because it's like 6, 7, 8 in a sequence. Now, I was expecting a 9, but the 9 actually came on top. So, yeah. Now, when I see sequential shit like this, for one, I could say, I feel in a lot of ways like you are exactly where you're supposed to be. No? You're making me nervous. Now, nothing to be nervous about. You are actually where you're supposed to be, okay? Obviously, there's some fine tuning that can go along with this. I'm just still looking around here, seeing what else jumps out at me. You got this, the master magician himself, okay, on top of things. I feel like you two are at the end of some cycle as well. I don't know what it is with y'all, man. Shit. Leave me alone with that end of the cycle shit. But this is also receiving, this is also like you have like a lot of like currency money energy in this particular reading for whatever reason. But this to me represents manifesting something, a desire of your heart. This is a desire of your heart that's coming to crystallization. All right. Now, I do also feel, though, at the same time, I feel like you're going to be running into some type of either unexpected money or forgotten money or something. But I do also, okay, also feel like this has to do with money also. Some of this has to do with money. Okay. On one hand. On one hand. All right. I think there's a magic in graduating from this particular cycle that you're coming out of. No. Okay. You're stepping into your magician is what's really going on here. That's what we're talking about here. Okay. So from one magi to another, I want to say, hey, I see you. Okay. uh Let me just continue to look around. I'm gonna continue to look around here. Give me another clarification on this and that, on this and that, and that. That one. Uh-huh. Yep. Yep. Oh, okay. So, what I am seeing though, what you're dealing with now is emotional blockages, because this feels like fenced in right now. So in some ways or in some areas, I think you know that you are stepping into your inner magi. Like I think like there's like this whole chapter in your movie that is like it's done with, right? You're at the border between the next scene and what was the past scene. This scene seemed to be kind of a long scene, man. The critics were like, yeah, we could have did without that scene. Like that scene was long, man, you know? But I think right now also there's a reason it seems like shit may be kind of either being delayed or slow is because they're giving you this chance to deal with this. Okay? Because when the character of Nell goes into the next scene, she's like the phoenix risen from the fucking ashes, okay? So you can't be the phoenix risen from the ashes if you got this shit tied to your ankle. All right? So use this time, they're telling me. Also, you have a female ancestor. She's quite the spunky one. All right. She's actually helping you with this because a lot of this, some of this may also be tied into ancestral trauma as well. And I don't know if you heard me before. I said you can heal from present day back, or sometimes from the back comes through to the present. You know, time is only relevant to us here in this physical dimension. When you leave this body, all time is this at once. Okay. I would ask, you can contact her, give her a nickname, and she'll be happy to come with you. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, James. I hope you wasn't wanting another one. Actually tried to. I just received this info before coming on here about the ancestor, or I don't know what. But anyways, I don't want to know too much because I want to do my thing blindly. I don't want to do it. She came to me. Oh, there. Well, she's showing up here too. She's, like I said, very rambunctious. She's very spunky. I imagine that she was like, I don't know what the women were like in her time, but she was like cut from a different cloth. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's the perfect confirmation. Perfecto. Okay. A perfecto. Now, just a second. Just a second. Just a second. Just a second. She's also telling me too that you're actually doing it right now. So it's not like you got to write it on your chalkboard as a reminder to do this, but you're actually breaking certain family and certain lineage curses. All right. So you're taking something that also once hindered some of those who came before you is now going to be something that you use. You're going to eat that and like use it as fuel. Like you're transforming it. Like real alchemy shit going on here, I must say. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. So there's just a little bit of even though see like emotional equanimity. I find that you may also, and you know, like I said, we talked about the other scene that you're coming out of. That was a very reactive scene, wasn't it? You know, like sometimes you would be all over the place. It seemed like you were always at the effect of whatever was going on around you. So and so said this or this happened. Oh my God. And I feel like like in a way you almost kind of got desensitized to that as you're leaving that old scene of your life, that old chapter of your life, which is actually good. You know what I'm saying? Because you needed to. Okay. Another thing they're telling me is they're still, how do I say this? I mean, without sounding like a Hallmark card, there's still some forgiveness of self that needs to be done. Yeah. I was the go-to person. I took myself out of it. Yeah. There's still some I guess there's still some forgiveness, what she's kind of like, what I can see. She's very loud. I could see her like when she used to be like drinking and shit. Like she used to know how to party. Very vibrant. It could be said that she was also a woman of extremes. Like if she was pissed, she was extremely pissed. If she was happy, she was extremely happy. You know, like you could hear her laughing or yelling as you're walking up the street approaching the house. One of them situations. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. 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 I'm just trying to glean any last thing here before I move on. Um, there is, for some reason, I feel too, there's an opportunity coming to you that's going to be in the form of you assisting somebody. You'll know it when you see it. You'll know it when you feel it. Okay. It could be, I don't even want to really give examples because I don't want to plant those seeds in your head. I want it to be strictly from you, if you understand what I'm saying. But I see and feel you um, opening up something for yourself by giving. And you too are also going to be receiving some gifts, some goodies. Okay. Once again, I feel like this also may be financial or something. Maybe you might go, I don't want to say anything. I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to plan anything. All right. Uh, yeah, there's definitely some emotional strength to be gained. See, when you learn how to like and you've already, I just feel like you've already kind of got this shit. You're like at the last stages of this shit. So there may be something else that kind of trips you up, but I notice now you don't go as you don't get off track for as long, and you don't go that far off track anymore like you used to. You know what I'm saying? That's how you also know you're improving. Okay. That's proof in the pudding, all right, that you're improving. So I'm definitely seeing that as well. But yeah, if I was you, I definitely work. you wanna you wanna make some time tonight with this one, Miss Rambunctious over here. I am moving. Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. So that's what I have for you right now, Nell. But I gotta say, all in all, you are doing exactly sequentially, even like what you're supposed to be doing. You know, there's just a little bit of there ain't nothing perfect. So there's just, like I said, there's just eight of this is the only thing that's really coming through that's like, hey, and you know what? She's even like, but don't worry, I'm gonna help her with that. So don't worry about that. Like, so you're already in the process of dealing with whatever this is. Because once this is lifted, it's like it'll be Nell unleashed. Like you're already unleashed, but it's gonna be like Nell unleashed. Okay? Tell me I'm wrong. Yeah. You said, are you moving? Uh, I did see if there was a three of diamonds here. Okay, that doesn't always mean moving, but I'll tell you what I will do real fast. All right, just because you're now um, is Nell moving. All right, is Nell moving? Is Nell moving? Ay, ay, ay. Okay, is Nell moving? Yeah, you're definitely moving. You're moving for work. The Jack is always moving around, on the go, on the move. And usually, I just feel this has something to do with work. Usually, clubs to me doesn't mean necessarily work, but for some reason, for you, five of clubs, okay? Moving. Also, change of mind. Here she is again. Oh, wait, no, here she is. Yeah, this one right here. So, and yeah, and this is going to be taking you to another level of this is like going to the next level. So when you do move, this is like your house should be your sanctuary, you know. Um your peace of mind, your just overall sense of peace is going to be off the fucking chain. And it doesn't matter what the hell's happening in the world, whatever. Like, yeah, it's me time. Yeah, it is you time. Yeah. So you will be moving. And you notice some of those were black, right? So if I had gotten all red, I'd be like, yeah, this shit's happening like probably sooner than later. But what I was also going to say is there's still some things, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's a sequence, there's a pecking order to things, and you are doing that. So yeah, you're right. Absolutely. All right. Okay, PG. And then we have Tisha Bunch coming up. Don't get your Tisha in a bunch. All right, let me see. Damn, they kicked me out again. PayPal kicked me out again, folks. All right, after Tisha, though, I am going to need to go because I have some shit to do. Let me see here. So I got PG and Tisha. James, I noticed you did give, I would like to know from my ancestors, have I grown spiritually? No, no, absolutely not. Thank you, Nell. You made mine. Okay, so um, Deaconess Glenn, why don't you come to the front here? All right, Deaconess Glenn, come on to the front. This fucking cup here. All right, go ahead and take a nice deep breath in. Hold that breath. Hold it. Hold it. All right, woo-saw out your motherfucking deaconess ass there. Creating the space for whatever needs to come through. So I would like to know from my ancestors, have I grown spiritually? I'm going to kind of get in your ass for this one, don't you, PG? I got to get you for this one. But I understand. I'm going to assume that you kind of already have the answer to this and that you just wanted, for whatever reason, I don't know why, but you wanted some type of outside confirmation. Okay, so as she grown, I'm talking to PG's ancestral lineage. Connect to these cards. The wisdom in PG's ancestral lineage. All right, connect to these cards now. Has she grown spiritually? You got some smart asses in your ancestral lineage. They're like, if she did, she wouldn't have had to ask. But I already know what it is. As just because right now, like, you kind of want to be babied right now, PG. I get it, okay? You kind of want to be babied, want to be coddled a little bit. Okay, that's okay. Look at that. All red. Overwhelming. Yes. Overwhelming. Yes. Once again, I think you already knew this, but since you're building your own trust muscles with yourself, you're like, I don't, did I know I have. I just want to ask and make sure. Okay. Yeah. So you have, sometimes you also got to, it's, sometimes you have to stop and you back up and you take a look at how far you've come, even from last year. All right. Or 2 years ago. Look at the person you were 2 years ago and look at the person you are now. And you can find certain incidences and demonstrations within your reality now that you wouldn't have been able to do a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. That's proof in your pudding that you have grown as a person. And yes, as spiritually speaking, you have grown. So I think we all need to acknowledge, take a time out, smell the fucking roses. We're so busy just trying to get somewhere or get something. Stop for a minute. Stop, motherfucker. Just stop real quick, okay? And actually acknowledge how fucking far you come. Give yourself some motherfucking flowers sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Acknowledge that shit. Acknowledge it. Because also in acknowledging it, you're going to start to notice more and more. And more and more. And more and more. And that's where it gets fun, you know? But yeah, like we gotta acknowledge sometimes, like, wow, you know what? Like, I pat myself on the I can't reach. Can you pat me here? I fucking goddamn I did pretty fucking well with this shit. Under these circumstances, like the old me would have folded like a cheap chair. But not me. Oh, not me. Oh, yeah. I believe I'm the one that's going to break the cycles. The time for belief is over. You know it. You know it, girl. All right. James, I don't know if you wanted one or if that was just, I don't know what that was, James. Calling General James. Calling General James. But thank you so much. PG, you are very much appreciated. Yeah, you might as well be called Neo, PG. You the one. Who the one? You the one. You know? Yeah. You the one. All right. General James, did you want something? I think you came in before this. You know what? I'm doing Tisha now. Tisha Bunch. Thank you, Tisha Bunch. Wanted to tell you thank you so much. Also, let's see what Tisha Bunch got cooking. Tisha, you still here? Or are you like, fuck this, I'm gonna catch the replay? Oh, with the 2222. Oh, okay, cool. I just answered my own question. Tisha said she just wanted to give a just a donation. Well, thank you so much, Tisha Bunch. I really appreciate you. All right, I'm waiting on General James because I don't want to leave him out in the cold. General James, was that just, I don't know what that was, General. Let me see. Let me scroll back here just to try and see if that donation, was that a donation or was that like, did you want a question? Is there something? Oh, will the Queen still work for my company? Okay, got you. James, this is for you. I will answer this question here. And your question is, will the Queen still work for my company February 2022? Will the Queen still work for James's company February 2022? Will the Queen still work for James's company February 2022? Will the Queen still work for James's company February 2022? One more time. Will the Queen still work? All facts, no cap. Will the Queen still work for James's company February 2022? Damn, blood. Check this out. Wow. I'm showing that she will. Okay. But, and here's this big old jiggly butt though, right? Look. So you pretty much got a resounding fuck yeah, she's still gonna be. But look, remember I told you about how shifty ways and shit? Look at that. 3 of spades reversed. Like you need to be up her ass. You need to have like, or you need to have some way to audit her or something. I don't know what the deal is with this, but yeah. Or maybe you were trying to determine exactly who. And yes, this would be the one, James. You heard me, James? This would be the one. Yeah. I already know, James, wasn't you? You was like, wait, it could either be. Let me just ask like this. Yeah, that one. There's something going on with this broad, man. She's I would say that she's really crafty too. Hey, Genghis Kwan. What's popping it? What's popping it, brother? Yeah, I'm sorry, folks. Yeah, I do got to get it going though. It's already 11. I'll tell you what, I'll try and be on earlier tomorrow. More than likely, I guarantee you I'm gonna be on earlier tomorrow. So I'll do some card pools, just gratis card pools. So stay tuned. Make sure you're liked and you're shared and you're subscribed and then you're thriving and all that shit in that order. You know what I'm saying? You want to be doing that. You want to be doing that anyway. But yeah, James. Yeah, she's the. I feel like she's very, very crafty, sneaky as fuck too. Some things may not have been making sense, and you couldn't understand where that was coming from. Oh fuck, my battery's going low too. Yeah, right. So, anyways, yeah. Shout out to my brother Genghis Kwan, the Kwan Walker, my fellow sorcerer. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I was telling TV she's a Sorcerer's Corner member too. What I'm lining up for everybody is that we can do we're gonna do some private readings with just all the Sorcerer's Corner members. You know what I'm saying? So that's coming up within the week. I don't exactly know when, but I'm also going to try and make sure that I can at least announce it a few days ahead so people can kind of be like, oh, okay, you know, as opposed to just busting it out on them. Put salt in your area to keep her away. I feel like in some ways she's like intertwined with shit. You know what she feels like to me though, in a way, James? Like a cancerous little growth in a way. And she's already like in the system now. So it's you gotta like be careful how you extricate her out of your shit. I feel like she's probably playing also a very important position. So you're gonna have to play some chess. You're gonna have to play some chess. Thank you so much, Tisha. I will. I definitely will. Yeah. All right, y'all. Look, I got to excuse myself. Um, like I said, I'll probably be back on tomorrow earlier. So if you're able to join me then, I will definitely do some card pulls then. Just free because I like to make sure that I do some freebies also, you know, give back, you know, if I can. So tuning in and we shall be back at you. Plus my phone's about to die anyway. So salute everybody, all the fam here. Tisha, thank you once again. PG, TV, everybody, thank you once again. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you, my brother. Quan Walker, we be having some good conversations, you know, builds. Nell, thank you. Everybody, appreciate you. I will be back tomorrow, more than likely. 99% chance. No, I'll say 90% chance. And if I do come back tomorrow, it will be early. All right. So please make sure you hit that subscribe button. So that way when we up, you can see. And yeah. What time? I'm looking maybe even early afternoon. Maybe early afternoon. Well, for me, early afternoon. Okay, like I don't know, maybe 3, 4, so maybe 7. So, anyways, salute. Be on the lookout for that, and we shall return. All right, peace.